From the heart of Florida's great Northwest, it's Radio. Indeed it is. This is Pat Crawford, hoping you'll stay with us for some great music and conversation here aboard our stage studio located in historic Pensacola's beautiful Museum of Commerce. We have a great audience with us tonight. We always have a great audience, and this one is no different. Give yourselves a big hand. I was talking to the audience just a few minutes ago before the show started. We have some of our snowbirds here with us again. It's that time of year when they come down here. And we have our Missouri contingent is here again this month. They came last month, and I told them they were in for a treat because our first guest tonight. Out of the heartland of America, stomping grounds of Truman and Twain, troubadour Dana Cooper has dedicated himself to a life of music for more than 40 years. He started when he was 10. He's the recipient of the 2014 Heritage Musician Award from the Pilgrim Center for the Arts in Kansas City. He was also named the 2015 Spirit of Folk Award winner by Folk Alliance International. He's performed on Austin City Limits, Mountain Stage, and the Kerrville Folk Festival, where he was nominated for their Hall of Fame. He's recorded a total of 28 albums, the most recent being Incendiary Kid. His critically acclaimed album, Miracle Mile, on Compass Records was nominated for a Nashville Music Award as Best Pop Album and chosen by Performing Songwriter magazine as one of the top recordings of the year. Harry Truman Built a Road was named one of the best records of 2002 by the Tennessean, and was also chosen as one of the top 12 recordings for that year. Made of Mud, released in 2005, won him the Best Male Songwriter Award by the Indie Acoustic Project. Please welcome back our friend Dana Cooper.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Pat. That was wonderful. I forgot about most of that stuff, so it's nice to hear about that again. I appreciate it very much. It's been over 50 years, honestly, that I've been doing this. And right about the time I was 16, there in Kansas City, I lived in Independence, Harry Truman's hometown. When I was 13, I threw a cherry bomb on Harry Truman's front porch, and I was kind of notorious around there for having done so, but I'll tell you a little more about that later. But when I was 16, I'd given up my life of crime, and I was just writing songs and playing in local coffee houses in Kansas City, and rock bands too, and soul bands, blues bands, any kind of band I could sing in. And I go down to these love-ins in Kansas City. I know, it probably doesn't sound that exotic to you, a Kansas City love-in, but it sounds kind of like a pulp novel or something, but it was a beautiful thing, especially living in Independence. There wasn't much to do around there but get in trouble, and as I told you, I'd kind of exhausted my possibilities there, so I started going to love-ins on the weekends. I'd take this old Gibson with me. It was new then, 1967, and I'd try to meet some hippies. Now, I was a Catholic kid from St. Mary's High School and raised by the Sisters of Mercy, my favorite oxymoron. And I had to get away once in a while, so I'd get on the bus there in Independence Square, and I'd go down to Kansas City, about 18 miles away. And I'd get off down there by the University of Missouri, Volker Park, these beautiful fountains, and thousands of people would gather there on Sundays and inclement weather, and listen to bands play all day, all kinds of folks. So I met a young girl down there one day, and I just had this old Dodge my dad bought for me from a friend of his, the steel mill there in Kansas City. He worked at Armco. He paid $100 for this Dodge. It had great big fins. It was all primered, real sexy, and had push-button transmission, and it had big couch seats. I was hopeful. I was Catholic, but I was hopeful. So anyways, I said to this girl, well, she had to leave. She had to get home. I said, I've got wheels out there. I can give you a ride. And she got in the front seat, that big old couch seat, and she started directing me through the streets of Kansas City, deeper and deeper into a neighborhood I'd rarely been in. I was getting anxious. I said, do you live over here? And she goes, yes, I do, in Mission Hills. We pull up in front of this house, and there's actually a turret on the side of the house. And I knew I was doomed. I was a beggar, she was a queen. I played the guitar, she'd dance and sing, light as a sparrow. She'd lift off the ground. I was a scarecrow. She smiled at my frown. A necklace of clover, a dandelion ring, a flower unfolding, a bird on the wing. I whispered, Jessie, girl, I could love you. Then I genuflected and unlaced her shoe. Her auburn hair tumbled all down in my face. We kissed and we fumbled in a clumsy embrace. There for one moment, underneath the green trees, a flower unfolding, a bird on the wing. She lived in a mansion with a prince and a king, and a woman on horseback with a porcelain face. Her servants looked through me. The dog tugged on its chain. Her parents looked sideways. They sneered my name. Love, when it is new, is a delicate thing. A flower unfolding, a bird on the wing. She cried when I left her. The sky cruel blue. Our hearts pressed together as they both broke in two, while a party of sparrows sang a sad, lovely tune. And over my shoulder, the last thing I knew, her face in the window, her hand raised to me, a flower unfolding, a bird on the wing, oh, a flower unfolding, a bird on the wing.
Thank you.
Never turn your back on the audience, and I just did. Well, you folks, that's all you're getting is my back. Well, at least you're getting my best side, so that's, yeah. Well, let's just go around the room, tell us your name, what you do for a living. We're all going to go on the big buses together now on tour, I guess, so. I got the buses leased. They're all lined up out here, all out there. So I told you about my little life of crime, and it was a kind of sad little life, I think. I wasn't much of a criminal. When I was 11, I started a little gang with about 15 other 11-year-olds, all Catholic kids from. We were the offspring of, steel workers and oil refinery workers and stockyard workers, and we had a problem with authority, and that meant anyone over the age of 12. We thought all adults were hypocrites. How silly. I mean, after I became adult, I realized that's just not right. So I gave up my life of crime that night after I threw that cherry bomb, because, I mean, as soon as I did it, it'd been like 2 years of that sort of shenanigan, and I was just filled with remorse, almost immediately. It was just kind of an interesting feeling. I just felt down and felt like maybe I better quit this life of crime. As soon as I saw the Independence police car around the corner, just something happened. So I made restitution for the damage, some of them, that I'd done, and I just kept writing songs. I started going to the CYO dances, the Catholic Youth Organization dances. And I met a girl at one of these dances named Juanita Cruz. Juanita spoke no English and I spoke no Spanish. But we communicated, we liked each other, and we danced just about every week for a year there. You dropped the bomb, you held on to the dollar. Missouri Mule in all your glory. We collided when I threw a cherry bomb. I yelled, give him hell, Harry. No time to tarry. The fuse is lit. No stopping it. Incendiary kid. Crazy daddy with his hair all in tangles. Tornado blowing through his t-shirt. And I'm on that hillside waiting for lightning to strike. Why do I do these things? The sky is lit. I'm defying it. Incendiary kid. Here comes Juanita strolling in with her girlfriends. Cover your doves, they floor me. She speaks Spanish, but I kinda comprendo that she likes me. And we dance real close, the flame is lit. No denying it. Incendiary kid. Slow motion, I free fall. Hooray, the human cannonball. Man, you'd think by now I'd lose the fight. Still some fire burns through the night. Yes, and even now I feel that child inside. Time blew up, left me in the rubble. I wonder what happened to Juanita. Sometimes I feel like that kid in trouble. I want to blow it all up and start all over. The fuse is lit. No stopping it. Oh, the sky is the limit. Incendiary kid. Thank you. Appreciate it. do one more here for you. There's a church in my hometown that has built a big tower, elaborate tower for Jesus to land on. When he comes back one day, and after the way we treated him, I'm not sure why I'd want to do that, but I guess, Well, I was attending this songwriting retreat. A bunch of songwriters get together and run away. It's terrible joke. So anyways, this was an assignment given to me. Our assignments were all based that year on everyone's hometown. And the fella saw that I was from Independence, Missouri, and I thought, well, it's either going to be about Covered Wagons or Jesse James or Ginger Rogers. Harry Truman. No, it was this tower. He says, you got to write something about that. And I did. Here you go. This is called No Second Coming. I'm doing this by request, so don't blame me. Even though I did write it. This is Jesus. I'm not taking your calls anymore. I'm tired of your pleading, your greed, and your mean little wars. You built me a tower to land on come Judgment Day. When we gave you a planet, a universe, damn it, use it up, you throw it all away. So there'll be no second coming. I'm not bleeding for you again. There'll be no second coming until you get it right, my friends. Yeah, I taught you a lesson, man, I laid it down plain and sweet. From the Garden of Eden to the hard hills of Calvary. And I kept it so simple, one four-letter word was enough. One word to direct you, one day resurrect you. And that lonely little word is love. There'll be no second coming. I'm not succumbing for you again. There'll be no second coming until you get it together, my friends. Did the experiment fail? I can still feel the nails in my flesh. Sometimes love prevails, sometimes you just make a big mess. Man, I came down there one time, and it wasn't a fun time for me. Nailed me to a post until I gave up the ghost, and I rose up to set you free. There'll be no second coming. I'm not bleeding for you again. There'll be no second coming until you get it right, my friends. There'll be no second coming. I'm not succumbing for you again. There'll be no second coming until you get it together, my friends. Hello, this is Jesus. I'm not taking your calls anymore. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it very much. We got a lot more great music coming up here. See you in a bit.
Thank you, Dana. Dana Cooper, and I'm responsible for that song. I requested it. That's one of my wife's favorite songs, and her other favorite song is "Jesus Wants to Take Your Guns Away." So, but he didn't write that one. But I'm going to get the person that did and bring him onto the show one of these days. Yeah. All right. And the program is Radio Live. Support for Radio Live comes from Coastal Bank and Trust, a division of Synovus Bank, helping people turn their ideas into business realities. Coastal Bank and Trust, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender and supporter of public radio. All right. The fun continues. We've got some more friends here that we've had on Radio Live many times before. Always glad to have them back as well. Jen and Rob Slocum met 20 years ago as a twist of fate inside a Houston, Texas coffee shop where Jen worked booking bands. What started as a simple bond over music grew into much more and began a life on the road. 2 children, a house in Auburn, and a dog later, they're still living their musical dream. While building their family, they've continued to write and play music, producing about a dozen albums and touring around the country and around the world. And their work has not gone unnoticed. Some of the most influential and well-respected music critics have paid tribute to this duo. They've been listed and featured in Billboard Magazine, USA Today, AOL Music, XM Satellite Radio, and Performing Songwriter. Their songs have received multiple awards, including Best Americana Album of the Year by Just Plain Folk Awards. Their Christmas Lights recording was selected as one of USA Today's top holiday albums. Their cover of Nothing Gonna Stop Us Now was selected as one of Billboard Magazine's top 10 cover songs, and their recordings have been featured in several made-for-TV movies and other places as well. Please welcome, once again to Radio Live, Martha's Trouble.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you, guys.
Something anyone would do, not just anyone would do. I've been waiting for a long time, hoping I would find you soon, praying for an answer. What I was looking for was you. I was looking just for you. I saw an angel last night. He was sleeping by my side. I didn't know he'd save my life. I am thankful I saw an angel. Smiling for the moment. You and all our friends are here. Beautiful beginning. You gave me another year, not just another year. I saw an angel last night. He was I didn't know he'd save my life. I am thankful I saw an angel. I will never be able to say to be back here. This is one of our favorite places to play. We've been doing this, I think, for like the last 17 years we've been coming here, which is crazy to believe that. But, Rob and I were hanging out in the back, and I was like, there's nothing to do. What's different about it than other times in the past, especially over the last 10 or so years? And he said, well, that's because we don't have the kids with us, and we don't have the dog with us, and it's not crazy like it normally is. So I wasn't used to that. I was like, this was relaxing. I don't know. I didn't know what to do with myself. Anyway. So I guess about 3 or 4 years ago, Rob found out that he had a new sister he didn't know about from his dad's relationship before he married his mother. And it was kind of a little surprising. She lives in Atlanta. We live in Auburn, Alabama, which is only a couple hours away. So anyways, it was very, shocking, but at the same time, we met her, and she's really great, and we've gotten to know her since. But at the time, it was like, okay, we had it from his side where he just kind of got a call and found out that he was the father to this girl. But on her side, it was hard for her to for that many years to been looking for him and finally find him. And anyways, it was kind of crazy, but we decided to pen this one, and had some help from a songwriter, Jen from Naked Blue. Actually, we did a Skype session on some of these lyrics because I had a hard time with them, and she kind of helped bring it together. So this song's called Everything Changed. Got up the courage to make that call. I couldn't believe I was ready. My heart's so full, thinking of you, trying to picture you 40 years later. So I gathered my thoughts and I took a deep breath. And I opened my heart to it all. I made that call, and everything changed, like flipping on a light bulb, like finding out my life holds so much more. And everything changed when I least expected it. There's not a single part now that everything changed. You said hello, my darling, when you picked up the line. Your voice, it was oh so familiar. No more wanting and wondering, looking over my shoulder. The picture of you now is clearer. So I'm sharing my thoughts, no more holding my breath. Oh, you opened your heart to it all. You took my call, and everything changed, like flipping on a light bulb, like finding out my life holds so much more. And everything changed when I least expected. missed all those moments and lessons in life. I missed having you as my hero. A lifetime of questions has changed on a dime. I'm finally finding the healing, and everything changed, like flipping on a light bulb, like finding out my life holds so much more. And everything changed when I least expected it. There's not a single part that I regret now that everything changed. Oh, la-di-da-da-da. Oh, everything changed. Oh. So we left the kids, and the dog turned into 3 dogs. We now have 3 dogs. We never even used to be dog people. But, you know, life changes, things happen. But they're all little dogs, so it really equals 1 big dog. So, but so things are crazy in our house. And Pat, you know, I think we need to update the our bio, because 20 years ago, we've been married for 22 years now, actually. So we've been together that long. I know. Thank you. We did celebrate our 20th anniversary 2 years ago. Went to Mexico, and it was like an all-inclusive resort. That's the first time we had ever done that, and I was like, we need to do this more often. Why haven't we done this before? Oh, we didn't have any money. We're not that we do now, but you know, we can afford a trip like that now. Before it was, we were living in a van, and you know, just didn't have a permanent address. So a lot's changed for us over the years, but as I said, we're still together, which is awesome. And thank you. It is. We still love each other, so we're making it work. This song is kind of, you know, when thinking about all of that and things changing, and you know, it was kind of when we started playing music together. It was like our favorite thing to do was, you know, just music and just the passion we had for it and the love we had for it. And so it's just it's been wonderful just being able to still continue to play, and now seeing our kids kind of play. They'll join us on stage sometimes, and our son Wilson plays piano, so he just got in for the talent show in the 6th grade. We're just very proud. So anyway, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Realizing what I've got, I'm measuring truth and tying the knot that we once had. Nothing can break us apart, I'm overcome. I'm barely surviving, what have we become? Caught up in tears, laughter, and years gone away. If love will keep us alive, then let's let love decide. I'm safe in your arms. I never wanna leave the place where I run. The stars and wondering how we got this far. Well, I don't recognize the pages in our story of life. Let the parts decide, or seize the day and hold on tight. But once we're dreamers, it's all smoke and mirrors now. I'm picking up the pieces, don't want this to be us. I'm safe in yours. I never wanna leave the place where I was, the place I wanna be. It's not too late to change. I'm tired of playing the game. Let the chips have all that they may. I'm safe in your arms. I never wanna leave the place where I was, the place I wanna be, the place I wanna be.
Martha's Trouble, yeah. And Rob and Jen will be back with us in the second half of the program as well. And the program is Radio Live, coming to you live from the Museum of Commerce in the historic Pensacola Village. Support for Radio Live comes from Peden Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical, a family-operated company serving commercial and residential customers since 1969. From heating and air conditioning to plumbing and electrical projects, Peden offers 24-hour service. Learn more online at peden.com. Accommodations for our artists on Radio Live are provided to us by the Hilton Pensacola Beach, and we appreciate them for their support as well. We love all our sponsors. That's what makes this program possible, and we love you, the audience, who comes and buys tickets and keeps the thing going as well. All right. We've had a couple of folks on tonight already that we've had on several times before. Really excited about this next gentleman. Been wanting to have him on for a long time. Have heard about him for many years from our friend Grant Peoples, who many of you know we have been on this show many times, yeah? Gurf Morlix made his debut on Earth near Buffalo, New York, and like many of my generation, saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan, formed a band, and moved to Austin to escape the cold and play music. But unlike a lot of folks who tried that, it worked out pretty darn good for him. From Austin, he moved to Los Angeles and worked for more than a decade as Lucinda Williams' guitarist, band leader, and backing vocalist. Produced several of her albums, famously left her, toured with Warren Zevon, and moved back to Austin, producing a number of classic Americana albums while working with the likes of Patty Griffin, Robert Earl Keen, Mary Gauthier, Slade Cleaves, and Ray Wiley Hubbard. He also was inducted into the Austin Music Hall of Fame, received the Americana Music Association's Instrumentalist of the Year Award, and has gone on to record 9 critically acclaimed albums of his own. He now continues to play live shows, produce albums for the artists that move him, like our friend Grant, and continues to record his own albums. It's been a long time waiting to have this gentleman on our program. Please join me in welcoming Gurf Morlix.
All right. Grant told me that I would really enjoy this. He said, "You're going to love Radio Live." I don't have anything in the monitors down here yet, so I have this brand new album out. Well, it's not brand new. It's my latest album. I'm trying to make sure to remember not to call it my last album. It's my newest album, and it's called The Soul and the Heel. And we're not talking foot parts. We're not talking podiatry here. It's SOUL and HEAL. And and I still don't have any monitors, but anyhow, I'm really proud of this new record, and so I'll play you a song here from it. And this is sometimes you look around and you kind of find yourself down in a hole, you know, and then sometimes you realize you dug that hole yourself. So, this is called Deeper Down, and I'm not saying it's any kind of autobiographical song. You're right, I'm down here in a hole. I dug it myself with a shovel I stole. Leave me be, trying to salvage my soul. The shelter I need lies deeper down. You're so perspicacious, so quickly you grasp my situation. You perceived in an instant my lack of elevation. But it's so obvious that you missed my motivation. Getting far away from you by heading deeper down. Bloody fingers, battered soul. Your love, such as it was, has taken its toll. Give me darkness, black as coal, and all I know how to do is dig deeper down. I'm tired of feeling, I'm tired of the fight. I'm done thinking, but what's wrong or right? The coolness, the lowering of the light, the comfort I crave lies deeper down. Bloody fingers, battered soul. Your love, so to speak, has taken its toll. Give me darkness, black as coal. All I know how to do is dig deeper down. Want somebody cover me in, throw some dirt over where I've been, bury me and all of my sins. Salvation must be deeper down. Bloody fingers, battered soul. Your love, such as it was, has taken its toll. Desperate for darkness, black as coal, and all I know how to do, all I know how to do is dig deeper down.
Hey, thank you.
I get just a little bit more guitar, please? I had to go to this funeral recently, and it wasn't a person that I knew really well. It was an acquaintance, but I thought I should go, and so I went to this funeral, and it was really nice. People were getting up and telling stories about this person that I had met that had died, and it was really nice and very touching, but after a while, I just started thinking, this thing is never going to end. It just went on and on, and I didn't want to be rude, but I kind of wanted to get out of there, and it was going to be really obvious if I just got up and walked out, and I wasn't sure what to do. And at one point, I saw the funeral director leaning on the wall over against the side wall there, and so I kind of went over and stood next to him for a little while, and then at one point during a little break in the proceedings, I turned to him and I said, what's the Wi-Fi password here? It's a fair question these days, I figure. And he looked at me really kind of harshly, and he said, have some respect for the dead. I thought about it for a second, and I turned back to him and I said, is that all lowercase? Welcome to the 21st century. Can I get the guitar up a little in the monitor too? Thank you. All right, well, the guy in this next song, he's a good guy, really, but he may have possibly somewhere along the line done some bad things. And I work hard, I keep my head down. I think I meet expectations on the streets of this town. And I got about half a chance by my reckoning, living in fear what tomorrow brings. For a good man who may have done some bad things. I tell the truth most all of the time. You gotta believe me, I swear I ain't lying. But the truth is an anchor, and a lie has wings. And it seemed like everything that's real is crumbling down on a good man who may have done some bad things. I got nothing but love in my heart. How is it possible? This is coming all apart. I wasn't counting on any rude awakenings. Now the light is fading and the pendulum swings down on a good man who, by the way, may have done some bad things. I know I brought it on myself. This is all my doing. I was walking the line, balancing on the edge of ruin, knowing deep down that the risk was staggering, and the dread has been overpowering. For a good man who may have done some bad things, a good man paying the price for doing some bad things.
Thank you.
Well, I picked up my guitar one night to try to write a song. I stay up late. I'm usually up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and realized that's mostly when all of my songs are written between like midnight and 3 in the morning. And so I picked up my guitar and I strummed this chord, and it's not a chord that I strum very often. It's that chord. It's a major 7th chord. I almost never use it. It's really pretty, isn't it? Not until I get my capo in the right place. It's a really pretty chord, and that's why I pretty much never use it. But anyhow, I strummed that chord, and it caused this song to come out. And I've never written a song like this before, and I probably never will again. But I was really happy it showed up, and it's the last song on my new record, "The Soul and the Heel." And this is called "The Best We Can." Ain't none of us are noble. We live tawdry little lives. We're animals roaming the land. We might be made of stardust, but that don't make us special. And we gotta do the best we can. It seems to me we get it wrong more than we get it right. We're human beings, after all. It's in our nature to think we own the earth, bound to try and bound to fall. The best of us are barely getting by. The rest of us don't get what we need. All the promises that were made to us, now we know nothing can be guaranteed. We're all riding in the same car, heading for the same place, trying to make it through one more day. Some fuel, some water, some luck, and some love, and a little common sense would help us on our way. The best of us are barely getting by. The rest of us, we are the weeds. All the promises that were made to us, now we know nothing can be guaranteed. We're all riding in the same car, heading for the same place, trying to make it through one more day. Some fuel, some water, some luck, and some love, and a little common sense would help us on our way. Let's try to do the best we can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gurf. Gurf Morlix, and he will also be back with us in the second half of the program. The program is Radio Live. We do this the first Thursday of every month right here in the Museum of Commerce in the historic Pensacola Village, and broadcast it live, as we are doing at this very moment. We also do Best of Radio Live Encores on subsequent Thursdays during the month, and so you can listen to it every week and relive some of the great moments that you experience down here in the museum. But there's nothing like being here in person, as I'm sure many of you realize. Support for Radio Live comes from Coastal Bank and Trust, a division of Synovus Bank, offering home equity lines of credit to consolidate debt, pay college expenses, make home repairs, or meet other needs. Coastal Bank and Trust, a division of Synovus Bank. Joining us once again, Mr. Dana Cooper. Dana?
All right, thank you very much. Fantastic. What a fun night. I've been looking forward to hearing Gurf. Our paths hadn't crossed in a little while. Good to see him, good to hear him. Fantastic to see you guys. You know when life kind of gets you down, and which it does occasionally, huh? This little song came to me. I was thinking about, you know, have you ever seen a movie or read a book you wish you could change the ending of? You know, it just, and I have some of my favorite movies, favorite books. I'll read them and see them over and over again. And I always just think, gosh, wouldn't it be cool if just once it wouldn't end that way? There's a little tire shop right down the street from where my wife and I live in Nashville. And when we first moved in there, this little tire shop had a little hand-painted sign that said, "We make flats round." And this is like 18 years ago, and I thought back then, I want to write a song called Flat Made Round, and I eventually got to it. Could I get a little more guitar, too, in the monitors? Thank you. When your dream blows up, hope falls flat, you find your soul deflated. We can pump you back up, give your heart a jump. Time to come and see us, we will set you right. Put a happy end on your story, guarantee you won't be sorry. Put you on the road to love and glory. Read the sign, says up from down, flat made round. Oh, King Kong always gets a raw deal. Over and over, I hate to see him fall. Gave it all for love and he wound up with nothing. Locked up in chains, so a fool can make a profit. I wish one time that big guy would learn to fly. I want a different end to his story. He doesn't die, we say we're sorry. Give that gorilla love and glory. Show him the sign says up from down, flat made round. My love and I hit a rocky patch, out of control, tires blown flat, bumping along with silence between us, both giving up on any hope to redeem us. We took a right turn and suddenly saw the light. We change the arc of our story. Open the book that never closes. The road is ours 'cause we chose it. We saw the sign says up from down, flat made round. Up from down, flat made round. When your dream blows up and hope falls flat, you find your soul deflated. But we can pump you back up, give your heart a jump. Time to come and see us, we will set you right. Put a happy end on your story. Guarantee you won't be sorry. Put you on the road to love and glory. Read the sign, says up from down, flat made round. Sweet Juliet and dumb Romeo barely get it together in their tale of woe. Wish I could yell, hey stop, that girl wake up. Be patient boy, don't drink that cup. Oh no, Romeo, Julie put down that knife. I want a happy end to this story. Close the book and never worry. Show those kids love and glory. Show that the sign says up from down, flat made round. Up from down, flat made round. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, little songs on my newest CD called Incendiary Kid. I do have copies over there. I've got business cards over there. I'm hosting these yearly tours in Ireland. I'm doing one now. I just got my dates today, June 12th through 21st, 2019. And I'm going to start booking that with people if they're interested in it. You can talk to me about it or go to my website and find out about it. Just get a card just for yucks. This little song here came out of a visit to my mother's house, followed by a visit to Austin to attend the tribute concert for Jimmy LaFave. Jimmy was a great songwriter and interpreter of songs. And we found out he was not long for this world. He scheduled a tribute concert, his own tribute concert. He was going to be there and sing and play at his own tribute concert. I thought that was just a fantastic idea. And he was there, but he wasn't able to sing by the time the concert came around. But he did get up on stage at the end of the night, and led us all in a couple of choruses of Good Night, Irene. Get the right tool here for the job if you could. And the whole room was in tears, of course, the whole theater. And afterwards, I kind of staggered out through the stunned, teary-eyed people onto the streets of Austin to head back to my mother's house the next day. And I wrote this song on the way. She was the first person who heard it. She loved it. I hope you like it, and I hope I'm not breaking the news to you, but we're all gonna die. Nothing to be afraid of. We're all gonna die. Just live like you want. Open your eyes. Let love surround you and dance toward the light when your time comes. I cheered for the hero, but he lost the good fight. So I asked my dear mother, do we all have to die? She said, little darling, don't worry your head. Your soul goes on living when your poor body's dead. We're all gonna die. Nothing to be afraid of. Oh, we're all gonna die. Just to live like you want, grab a hold of your life. Let love surround you and dance toward the light when your time comes. I look at my mother, she's becoming a child. She says, little darling, I believe it's my time to go on ahead. Oh, but don't say goodbye. Just throw me a party and laugh until you cry. Yeah, we're all gonna cry. Nothing to be ashamed of. We've all gotta cry. In heartache and joy, open your eyes. Let life astound you and dance toward the light when your time comes. I wept for the singer as he sang his last song. In one voice together, we all sang along. And as we walked through the darkness toward an uncertain dawn, in the distance between us, the music plays on. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Oh, we're all gonna die. Nothing to be afraid of. We're all gonna die. Just to live like you want. Grab a hold of your life and let love surround you and dance toward the light when your time comes. We're all gonna die. Nothing to be afraid of. We're all gonna die. Just to live like you want. Grab a hold of your life. Let love surround you and dance toward the light when your time comes. And dance toward the light when your time comes. Yeah, dance toward the light when your time comes. Thank you, good folks. I appreciate it. Do one more little tune here for you. I'm going to be doing a little radio show with these good folks tomorrow, about 11:30. But I think it's maybe being recorded for a later broadcast. I don't even know. It is. Okay, cool. So don't get up to listen to it tomorrow. But you folks from Missouri, where are y'all from in Missouri? Lake of the Ozarks. My mom is from Alton, Missouri. What was that? Where? St. Louis. A good city. That's a good town. Ozarks are beautiful. It's a good state. I've got relatives all over the state, from Sedalia to Mexico down to Alton and Marshall and Kansas City, Independence, and all kinds of other places. Anyway, my wife and I frequented this little coffee house here in Nashville, and for a little while, there was a lady there, an older lady, like my age, who was hanging out in the parking lot, and she'd asked very shyly, looking down at the ground as you walk by, almost inaudibly, "Do you have $1 for a traveler?" The first time she said it, it broke my heart and pushed my songwriter button. Several months, I kind of knocked this around in my head and finally wrote it. It's called I'm a Traveler Too. This goes out to all you. I hope we find a way to get along. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's a cloudy old day, but the sun's shining in my heart. I got a smile on my face, but the mirror says I'm falling apart. You know, I gave everything away. What else could I do? Now my clothes are all frayed. I gotta shine on my worn out shoes. Hello, unraveler. I'm unraveling just like you. Hello, traveler. Oh, I'm a traveler too. All these folks in a hurry, bouncing down that bumpy road. Maybe we all got trouble and worry, following us wherever we go. But when I found myself stranded, broke down and busted flat, some good soul pulls over and reaches out a helping hand. Hello, unraveler. I'm unraveling just like you. Hello, traveler. Oh, I'm a traveler too. One act of kindness can make me start to cry. The hell that don't mean I'm blue. One thing that defines us in this uncertain life is the love that resides inside me and you. I'm a traveler too. Oh, 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 oh. Now the road up ahead, it's shorter than the road behind. There's something to be said. Right now would be a real good time. Oh, ain't it a funny old life, full of wonder, joy, and pain? And we all get weary sometimes, just waiting for someone to say, hello, unraveler. I'm unraveling just like you. Hello, traveler. Oh, I'm a traveler too. Hello, traveler. Oh, I'm a traveler too. Hello, traveler. Yes, I'm a traveler. Hello, traveler. Yes, I'm a traveler. I'm a traveler too. Thank you.
Mr. Dana Cooper, all right. Thank you, Dana. Well, just a reminder, we are listening to Radio Live, coming to you live this evening from the Museum of Commerce in the historic Pensacola Village, and broadcast on WUWF 88.1 FM. We are listener-supported radio, and we mean that, from the University of West Florida. Support for Radio Live comes from Peden Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical, a locally owned and family-operated company serving the Gulf Coast community for its commercial and residential air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical needs since 1969. Learn more online at peden.com. Just a reminder, all of these artists have their music for sale here tonight over at our merchandise table. So you have a chance to take them all home with you, at least sonically. And it would be a great thing to do because it helps support them. It helps support this kind of music. and it's a great thing to support. So if you're a big fan of the type of music here on Radio Live, please support these artists in every way that you possibly can. And speaking of artists, once again, Rob and Jen, Martha's Trouble.
It's an honor to share the stage with Dana and Gurf here tonight, and thank you guys so much for being such a wonderful audience. Like everyone says, it really is true. You're the best audience. So, and I want to know how you get the bus passes. Looks fun in there. It's a party bus. So a friend of ours was going through a divorce a few years back, and he really didn't want to divorce his wife, but the wife wanted the divorce, and so he had hopes that he would win her back and they would get remarried, but however, that did not happen. She's about to remarry someone else. So I always say, this song was our effort to, hopefully get them back together. However, that did not work. So at least we got a song out of it, I guess. But it did not save the marriage, unfortunately. So. Rainy days just aren't the same. The wind blows, I hear your name. Hard to look the other way. Hard to hide how my heart aches. I'm longing to be with you. I'm lonely without you. It's falling Alabama. I still can't let you go. Another season of my life, wishing you were by my side. There's not a day that goes by. I think about you all the time. Come back to me. Hard to live in this small town. I know you have your own life now. Believe in second chances. Believe in happy endings. 'Cause baby, I wanna be with you. Oh darling, you're my dream come true. It's falling Alabama. I still can't let you go. Another season of my life, wishing you were by my side. There's not a day that goes by. I think about you all the time. Come back to me. Come back to me. You were the love of my life. You were the day, I was the night. Now that you're gone, I'm not the same. Wish I could start all over again. Come back to me. Come back to me. It's falling Alabama. I still can't let you go. Another season of my life, wishing you were by my side. There's not a day that goes by. I think about you all the time. Come back to me. Come back to me.
Thank you so much. So I'm from a small town in southern Ontario in Canada called Ancaster, which is just west of Toronto. And I guess, gosh, I don't know how many years ago now, what, 5 years, 3 or 4 or 5 years, or so bad with time. There was a murder that happened in our small town, and it really rocked the town and everyone. This family they were selling a truck on Kijiji, which is like equivalent to eBay, I guess, or not eBay, Craigslist. Yes, thank you, here in the States. And anyways, these two guys came to test drive the truck, and the guy that was selling it went with them, and he never came back. And so he left behind a wife and a small child, and it was just heartbreaking. So we ended up writing this song shortly after that happened, we were in Alabama when it happened, but just hearing about what had happened in the news and everything. And so I dedicate this to the Parkland victims from recent tragedy that just happened in our school system here, and it's just heartbreaking. So I know they all went back to school yesterday. That would have been so hard, I can't even imagine, but it's emotional. Our kids are, school kid ages, and so it's very close to home. So this is called Prayer for a Broken Heart. How can a man take the life of a man? This is something that we all don't understand. Now that girl and her mother are gonna have to live without him. It shouldn't have to be this way for them. So say a prayer for the broken heart who's left to carry on. We're all hurting for you. You got a nation standing strong, and the choir will be singing all across the land. Mama, hold your little girl, and we'll hold your hand. One woman broken, a part of her is gone, but for the sake of their daughter, she's strong. Oh, I know that he loved you, but he'll be alright. Yeah, he's flying with the angels tonight. So say a prayer for the broken heart who's left to carry on. We're all hurting for you. You've got a nation standing strong, and the choir will be singing all across the land. Mama, hold your little girl, and we'll hold your hand. Little girl is gonna know her daddy loved her so, but now he's been taken, won't get to see her grow. So say a prayer for the broken heart who's left to carry on. We're all hurting for you. You've got a nation
your hand. Ooh.
Well, this is the title track to our most recent CD. We haven't recorded in a while, which is sad. But we bought an old house in our hometown where we live now and renovated. It took about a year. It's an early 1900 house. It took about a year to renovate, and so we renovated it to a recording studio. And so now we have no excuse to not go to the studio. So we're hoping to do that this year. We just opened last year, and so, anyways, Pat mentioned we do have CDs. I also brought some jewelry. I've been dabbling in other things as well. So I've got a little shop called Northern Flicker that I have in our recording studio, and so I've been doing that, and that's been a lot of fun. But you should go check those out. I know a lot of you women would wear that really well, so you'll have to go see. Anyways, this is a song that, as I mentioned, was on our last record, and it's kind of, I guess, a little snippet of my life. So this is called Anchor Tattoo.
The ink upon her skin and no black lines, just softer shades, pretty and fine. Flowers in the middle, two stars, green and blue. She got an anchor tattoo. Black watch, skirt, ribbon in her hair. The daughter of a millionaire. Country club horses, lake house with a view. She got an anchor tattoo. Old station wagon held all they owned. The bank took it all 20 years ago. She packed up one suitcase like she was told to do. She got an anchor tattoo. Her kiss tucked in at night, a bedtime kiss, a silent prayer, a painted wrist, reminds her of all that she holds true. She got an anchor tattoo. She's grounded in what is good and true. She got an anchor tattoo. Ooh, 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 ooh.
so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Martha's Trouble. All right. You all having a good time? I knew it. You look like one happy bunch of people here tonight, so I'm excited about that. And excited about the rest of this evening, because we've got one more set from our good friend, our good new friend, that we're glad to have to Radio Live, Mr. Gurf Morlix, once again. Gurf.
Thank you. I'm going to report back to Grant as soon as the show's over and tell him that he was right. This is a great show here. And I don't mean to ignore you guys over there. I feel like I should do a song facing you guys and a song facing you and a song over there. But I can't. Take too much time. We've only got a short amount of time here. So, I always wanted to write a song about my chainsaw. And I tried for years, but I never could quite find the right angle on it. I tried a whole bunch of different things, and then finally, a couple of years ago, I wrote a song about my chainsaw, and it's on my new album, The Soul and the Heel, that I mentioned earlier, and I'm proud of this song, and so I call it My Chainsaw. My chainsaw is running clean, not too rich, not too lean. My chainsaw always runs clean. Cut like a hot knife, cut like a guillotine. I check the tension, sharpen the blade, thinking about the price I paid. I check the tension, sharpen each blade, trying to work my way through the mess you made. I cut more than 10 men could. I cut more than 10 men could. I cut more than 10 men could. A fine point you never understood. I loved you more. You threw out smoke, made it hard to see. You cut my visibility. Your smoke screen made it hard to see. You were setting trip wires out in front of me. I cut more than 10 men could. I cut more than 10 men could. I cut more than 10 men could. A fine point you never understood. I loved you more than you'll ever know, but your fog was laying you low. I loved you more than you'll ever know. When you bared your teeth, I knew it was time to go. I cut more than 10 men could. I cut more than 10 men could. I cut more than 10 men could. My fine point you never understood. I cut more than 10 men could. I cut more than 10 men could. I cut more than 10 men could. A little detail you never understood. And I ain't exactly talking about wood. Thank you. I have these two friends back in Austin, Texas, where I live. I had these friends, and they're both gone now. But one of them was one of my best friends, and his wife was just an amazing person too. And I loved both of them. And they had what I consider to be probably the most amazing love affair of all time. These two people were more in love than anyone I've ever known, I'm pretty sure. And they had kind of a storybook romance, and they were married for 24 years, and they were together a bunch of years longer than that. And then suddenly there was an accident one day, and she was gone just like that. And so my friend was having a really hard time dealing with it, of course. And so I wrote a song for him and put it on my album. I called him up. I said, I wrote a song for you. I don't think I can sing it for you. He says, that's okay. I don't think I can listen to it. I think about a year went by before I played it for him, and we both barely made it through. But anyhow, he died a couple of years ago too now. So this is for my friends back in Austin who aren't there. And it's called The Voice of Midnight. I will miss all I have known, no regrets for the seeds I've sown. Life spent trying to find a rhyme, but now I'm falling through the holes of time. Where you've gone, I can't see. Wherever that is, I long to be. Whatever it takes to pull me through, I won't be complete till I'm with you. And when the voice of midnight calls, when the last hour finally falls, well, it won't be no surprise. I'll be searching for your eyes. Things they happen, they just do, without a reason, without a clue. You can wonder till your time is through, but there ain't no good that'll do for you. And when the voice of midnight calls, when the last hour finally falls, well, it won't be no surprise. I'll be searching for your eyes. Greatest love the world has known was ours to share, was ours alone. The greatest gift, so tenderly, was your heart given to me. When the voice of midnight calls, when the last hour finally falls. Well, it won't be no surprise. I'll be searching for your eyes. I'll be searching for your eyes. Very much. People have been coming up to me recently, kind of telling me that they think that my songs, especially the ones on the last few albums, they tell me that they think my songs are disturbingly dark, and I mean that's a really dark song, but there's hope in that song, I think, and so I don't really see it that way. I find these songs, even that one, I find them uplifting and inspiring in their way. And thank you. And I kind of, when people started saying that, I sort of stepped back and I looked at the last few albums as a whole, and I realized that body count was pretty high on the last few records, but I didn't have any say in that. This is what was happening in my life. You know, my friends have been dying, and but I realized that there's a message in the songs that I've been writing, and the message is, when I stepped back and looked, I realized that it's there. The message is that life is a short movie. It just goes by in the blink of an eye, and we're here, and just like that, we're not sometimes. And so I think if there's something that you want to do or need to do, and you've been putting it off for any reason at all, I think you should just do it. You shouldn't waste your time. I also feel like if there's someone that you need to tell them that you love them, and you've been putting that off for any reason at all, I think you should tell them, because you might miss your chance. And it's happened to me a couple of times, and I really regret it. So that's the message in these songs, and I want to play you this song. I think it kind of says it all. It's by the Blind Boys of Alabama. Well, this may be the last time. This may be the last time, children. This may be the last time. May be the last time. I don't know. Well, this may be the last time. This may be the last time, children. This may be the last time. May be the last time. I don't know. It may be the last time we ever get together. May be the last time. I don't know. Yeah, may be the last time we ever get together. May be the last time. I don't know. Well, this may be the last time. This may be the last time, children. This may be the last time. May be the last time. I don't know. It may be the last time we ever sing together. May be the last time. I don't know. Said it may be the last time we ever sing together. May be the last time. I don't know. Well, this may be the last time. This may be the last time, children. This may be the last time. May be the last time. I don't know. Hey, may be the last time. I don't know. know it may be the last time we ever see each other. Maybe the last time, I don't know. Said it may be the last time we ever see each other. Maybe the last time, I don't know. Well, this may be the last time. This may be the last time, children. This may be the last time. Maybe the last time, I don't know. Well, this may be the last time. This may be the last time, children. This may be the last time. Maybe the last time, I don't know. 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 Yeah, it may be the last time. I don't know. Thank you so much. I love Studio Live.
Thank you, Gurf. Gurf Morlix.
Thanks to Dana and to Martha's Church.
Well, all good things must come to an end, and that's the end for this evening's show. I want to thank our artists once again. Gurf Morlix, Martha's Trouble, and Dana Cooper. Radio Live is a production of WUWF Public Media at the University of West Florida. Our technical director and broadcast mixmaster is Dale Regal. Our house sound is engineered by Tom Skinner. Our videographers are Teresa Clark and Corbin McCoy. Our video director is Quentin Williams. Our house managers are Trish Allison and Lindsay Myers. Our stage manager, of course, everybody's favorite Jewish mother, Enid Siskin. This is Pat Crawford reminding you to keep your mind on your driving, your heart on the coast, and your dial on public radio. Good night, everybody.